Okay. All right, I'm here. You are here. It is Friday afternoon, and everybody is having a wonderful day, I hope. If you are joining me for the first time ever, my name is Matt Brotherton. I am the illustrator who works and runs Taco Viking Studios, where we make little cartoon duders. This week, we have made some alien duders in human costumes. The entire month of October, I've been making little dudes in costumes. We did cats in costumes, dogs in costumes, capybara in costumes, robots in costumes, and now we're doing aliens in costumes. So, as you can see here, we've got these 5 done so far. We have done a classic gray barista. We have done a reptoid firefighter, a cyborg road crew member, and an energy being cheerleader. We have only one sticker left to design for this sticker pack, and that is a cephalopod lawyer. Hang on just a second. I got a puppo who needs a little attention. What's wrong, Josie? You are covered in grass. Okay. Watch out, puppy. Alright, I'm gonna let her in. We'll see how she does. We'll see if she is okay with me drawing and not paying any attention to her. And maybe even, she might even climb up on the couch behind me and take a nap. And you might even see some little Muppet dog action. Alright, you gotta behave now. Okay. So, I went ahead and spun the wheel on Wednesday. I had a little bit of time left at the end of the stream, so we spun the wheel and we have cephalopod lawyer. So let's go ahead and do that, I guess. So I'll turn off this little pack of guys here. Might as well go ahead and turn off the background also while we're at it. And start sketching some stuff out. The $64 million question of the moment, of course, being like, how do you design a squid person lawyer? Like, what makes someone a squid dude and what makes someone look like a lawyer? I think this one is relatively easy. Because squid dude obviously means tentacles. And lawyer means suit. I think that's pretty much where we're going to come from here. I seriously considered doing classic, like, British style, wearing a wig and a robe, kind of barrister style lawyer, and maybe we'll go that route. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's get some squid action going on first here, though. Like, we know we're gonna want something like this. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. I'll probably have to shrink it down. A little something like this, and then like little legs. We'll do little Squidward style legs, like, you know, coming across like this kind of stuff, like here. And then little tentacle arms. And then should we do a couple of extras? Just a little. What do you think? What do you think? Just do a couple of extras, or I don't know. We'll do maybe something like this. Little something like this. And then let's see where do we want the face here? I think I want the face to be like here. We'll do a little cross there. That's your face. Like so. And I think the most fun way to do this the most fun way to make a lawyer into a lawyer, make a squid into a lawyer, is going to be the like British lawyer wearing a wig kind of thing. And I don't know if that is a real thing still in the UK or if it was ever a real thing. 100% of my knowledge of British lawyers comes from not watching the actual British version of Law and Order, but trailers or commercials for the British version of Law and Order. That is basically 100% of everything I know about British legal system. So I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, my chat's not open. I should open my chat up. I'm going to pull up. I've got some reference art. Josie Posey, you're going to make it real hard to draw. You're going to get kicked out. We're going to pull up some reference art so we can just see exactly what it is we're doing. And let's see. We need to know what does a lawyer wig look like? British lawyer. Do. You're a very sweet doggy dog, and you're getting in the way. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, puppy. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, we got this looks like a good reference image. This looks like it comes from a TV show, but it's still some people wearing a British lawyer outfit anyway. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know what the difference between a judge, lawyer, and a barrister are. Why does the law system have to be so complicated, especially in a different country where I don't live or understand their laws? Oh well. So it looks like they've got a little bit of poodling on top here. Like this. And then some hair that comes down like this around the outsides. And they've got a little ascot and robes. So we'll draw that in. And they have little flowy things on their sleeves. What makes this a fun project is they're aliens, so they can basically do whatever they want. Like, they don't have to really understand, and their costumes. They're aliens wearing costumes for Halloween. So, we'll see how this goes. You need to stop trying to eat stuff. Go lay down. Lay down. Okay. Oh, if I had a Josie cam, you guys would all love it. I would be famous. Okay, so that's going to be our basic sketch, I think. Got a little lawyer wig here. What type of face do squids have? Squid face. I know they have scary beak things. So we'll see how this goes. Images, squid face. Do squid not have scary beak face? Apparently, I'm crazy here because a squid's tentacles come off their face. So, this is more of an octopus lawyer, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little beak face. There. And the cold dead eyes of a legal professional. That was a joke. If you're a legal professional and you're watching this, please don't be offended. That was a joke. Most of the people I know who are successful in life went to law school. Some of them are even lawyers now. That's the wrong brush. So we'll start with a little beak action here. Little eyes like this. Ooh, you know what might be fun? Do any of these British lawyers, almost all of them are wearing glasses, but none of them are wearing old-timey Benjamin Franklin glasses. But I think that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to get some old-timey Benjamin Franklin glasses stuff going on here. Yeah, the little tiny round guys with the wire frames. Something like this. Then we'll do little eyes. Still me. It's still me. They're still going to have cute, like, eyes. Like, that's not going to change. But I think I don't need my reference art anymore. I've got an idea of what I'm doing now, so I can close that out. We're going to come in here, and we're just going to draw in the wig first. And I am looking at the wigs they're wearing in these pictures, and I am pretty sure they are made of carpet. I don't know how these could possibly... Maybe the whole point is that they're uncomfortable. Maybe that's the whole idea, is it makes you uncomfortable. I will do that step when I ink, because obviously I screwed up and didn't count. And then they have like a piece that comes over like this. It is really fuzzy on top. Like it's made out of dead teddy bear. And of course we'll have our octopus guy like here. And we'll have the little ascot thingy like this. And more wig over here coming out like that. These lines go all the way across, all the way down. Obviously, it's the whole thing. So we'll do that. And I want you over there. So now I can see both of those things at the same time. There we go. All right, and then we'll have little robes. We're going to keep this relatively simple, I think. This might be the simplest one of the bunch. I was worried about it, and I think it's going to be easy-ish. And then they've got poofy sleeves on their robes. Little sucker style tentacle thing there. Bring it down like that. And another one over here with more poofy sleeve. Another little sucker. And then we'll come down here, and I guess we're going to do 6 legs, actually, which I think is still Squidwardy. Do squid have 8 legs or 6? How many legs does a squid have? Squids have lots of different tentacles based on what type of squid they are, I think. I'm going to find out. I'm going to look. Yeah, Squidward only has 4 legs. He only has 6 tentacles. That's a thing. So we'll do like this. I'm not drawing Squidward. Just I'm aware that any attempt at drawing a squid-like creature is going to draw a comparison, so might as well embrace that while I'm here and going. So we'll start with a little leg like that, little leg action. Same over here, little leg coming off like that. Basically, they will look at these like as though they were like giant toes, but also each one is coming off of its own like tentacle. Bring that out a little bit more, like so. And there's our detailed sketch here. I'm gonna just kind of come in here and clean this up a little. What do you think? What are we thinking? What are we thinking right now? Does this look okay? I think this looks okay. I think this isn't too bad. You never know. Things are the way they are. Okay, so let's merge these guys down like so, and lower the opacity and start doing some inking, some cleaning up and inking. So we're going to do our flat brush here real fast. And I'm actually going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then we'll go that way. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right. So then we'll just grab our taper brush and we'll go across here like this. Just like this. And this looks like crap, so we'll do it over again. But what I might be able to do is bring this up like there. There. That looks a little better. Looks a little better. Not quite good enough, though. I'm going to redo the whole thing using the taper brush. But now I have an idea of how I want it, exactly where I want it. I've cleaned up that art. It's okay to redo things sometimes, you know. If there is one lesson I've learned, it's that it is totally okay to redo your art. That's the beauty of working digitally. You don't have to worry about wasting supplies. So now we can come across and line these guys up like so. Their little carpet hair. What was with old-timey people in carpet? Right? All these lawyers are wearing carpet wigs. When you went down and took over the South so that you could gain all of your own political and economic value from it, they called that carpet bagging. Old-timey people had a carpet obsession. I don't know, I'm kidding. Now we'll come in and I'm going to start by just kind of drawing this in like this. It's weird how poofy these wigs are on top. Are they supposed to look like sheep? Is that the idea? Is the whole idea that they look like sheep? I don't understand this at all. I wish someone British would show up and explain this to me. If you are British and you are watching this stream, either right now or in the future, can you explain lawyer wigs to me? I just don't get it. It's not necessarily that because it's British that I don't get it. I'm sure if American lawyers also wore sheep poof wigs, I wouldn't get it. But I'd like to understand. I'd like to be a little more cultured than I am. That's good right there. I like that. That looks good. That looks like a beak of a monster. All right. Now let's do these glasses. I think I'm going to give them a little bit of a rim. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to draw them like this. And then grab a smaller brush and draw inside them. Like so. Nope, I don't like that at all. Don't like it at all. Sometimes you try things and you're like, that doesn't work. That doesn't look the way I wanted it to look at all. I think I'm just going to make these eyes bigger. Like that. Like huge. Big eyes. If you make big eyes, people will think it's cute, and then you can not have to worry about sucking as much. That's a pro tip. All right, there we go. So, and then I'm just going to bring this bulby head like this and down like that for now. And we'll just go ahead and draw in some extra pieces of wig. Just in the background there, like that. And bring it around here. Little ass guy action. Like that. You can tell Josie got bored of me because she decided to go out and bark at the neighbors. Alright, tentacle. Be tentacled critter. Let me ask you guys something seriously. If you showed up for a legal situation that you were in, and your advocate was be-tentacled, would you be more or less enthusiastic about your chances? Me, I personally think that if my advocate had tentacles, I would be more likely to get away with whatever I'm on trial for. Because everyone knows that a be-tentacled advocate has all that ancient elder deity knowledge going on. And no one's going to mess with that. Alright, let's clean this up a bit. Clearing up our line art where we overlapped with the vector trimmy tool. The vector trim tool, the reason I can't stop using Adobe Fresco. Makes me incredibly happy to use all the time. I abuse it constantly. We'll do another little poofy sleeve. I might have to go address the dogs barking at the neighbors here in a little bit. They are being bad dogs. They know they're not supposed to bark at the neighbor. He is their friend. Which is actually why they bark at him. They're barking at the neighbor because he's outside working in his flower bed. And he's not paying attention to them. And in dog world, that is a crime. One that you might be on trial for. And then end up needing a cephalopoid lawyer. So we're going to come through and just really make sure I've got these. Yep, still set to length. Good. Just cheating. Man, these taper brushes, now that I've started using them, I'm like, why was I trying to do this manually for so long? They take a little bit of getting used to because for some reason they're thicker than other brushes. I don't know what's up with that. But once you get used to them, man, they are so nice to have. So I'm just going to do that, and one last one. There's those legs. We'll come over and do these. The smoothness is up too high. See, the other thing I'm starting to realize is that the smoothness is good when I'm drawing slow, but when I'm working quickly, when my wrist will let me, having it on a thicker speed is nice because it's actually smoother than the smoothing tool. All right, and then we're just going to add some suckers on. I think I want that to go the other way, actually, like this. To these tentacles. Everyone knows that octopods have suckers on their tentacles. And also, we're going to add just a little narrow line where one side will be one color and the top outside is one color and the inside is another color. So we'll just add that line there. And we'll do that down here on these also. There. Just like that. That looks pretty good. I actually think that turned out really good, I think. I'm really digging that. That's a good look on those legs. Good job, Matt. Pat on the back. Boop, 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 boop. One thing I think I screwed up on here, though. I think this shoulder should come in front of this wig. I don't know why I didn't do it correctly the first time. Well, that is George barking at the neighbor now. Okay. All right. So here he is. This is our British barrister tentacle alien creature. Audio bitrate is 0. What? Lawyer, but British lawyer to go with our Bobby. I hope you can hear me. I just got a notification that my audio bitrate is 0, and that is weird to me. So I'm gonna see what's going on there. Maybe you can hear me, but you can't hear the dogs. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so basically that's the idea, would be like I don't know what the difference between a British barrister and a judge lawyer is. But they did the real difference that I can see is that they wear slightly different colored clothing. Cool. I don't know which one wears what color robe, but in the picture of them together, they're wearing different colored robes. I know nothing at all about the British legal system. But this is my line art. I'm pretty proud of it. I think I did a pretty good job with it. So now can do some color. So I'm going to set this reference layer. You don't hear them? Yeah, they're all, I do. So I am here alone with the dogs. And like the moment I started streaming, Muppet Dog decided that she really wanted to be with me. So she started barking at the door to the Garoffice. So I went ahead and let her in. And I left the door open because I also knew that she would get bored easily and want to leave, which happened. So she is out and about in the yard, but I can hear her out there right now barking at the neighbors. Okay, so I have no idea whatsoever what color this cephalopoid lawyer dude should be. I was leaning towards purple, but I've already done like a purple cheerleader for the energy being. So I'm really not sure exactly what colors we want to go with. I do know that I want this stuff to all be white. Oh, speak of the devil, both of them just appeared. You can see a little tail there for a second over my shoulder. Oh, and they both ran back outside. So there must be someone outside. I think if I look up octopods, I think octopi are lots of different colors, but maybe like orange would be a good color. They come in all kinds of shades. Orange is definitely one of the colors that they have. So we'll try some orange. We'll go with an orange base here. And like there. And then maybe a lighter orange on the inside of the tentacles, the underside, the outside. This part. And maybe on the face, we'll do the face in the lighter orange. And rather than doing line art to separate them, I'll just come in here on this art layer, or on this color layer, and do like a little one of these guys around the face. Maybe. That's not too bad. I kind of like that. Then we'll just come in here and close that off. So I can just use the fill bucket. Fill bucket! Kind of looks more shadowy than I wanted it to. Maybe what we do instead of orange, we grab our orange color here and do like a real light teal blue. So I can release this reference for the underside, like real high contrast, maybe. Nope, not like that at all. Don't know how I'm feeling right now. Let me grab this orange and do... I don't want to do some hard line art here. I don't think it needs it. I just kind of want something simple and fun to differentiate. So maybe something like that. I don't like it. I don't know. Maybe we just leave that whole thing the darker orange, the whole face. Yeah, I think I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go that route. And then for this robe, in my reference art, these barristers have black robes, or some of them have like a burgundy robe. But if we're going to go with an orange color scheme, I will do an orange, dark orange robe. Almost a brown. Let's add a little bit more saturation to that. Actually, like a little more orange, like that. Just kind of a cohesive color scheme. Oops. That was on the wrong layer. There we go. So that's going to be our flat color. And I'll just go ahead and add some shading, I guess. Lasso tool. And we want some 80% bright gray. Like so. And I'm actually going to do that there first. Multiply. Okay. So let's go. All of you are in the shading here. And come around like that. And we'll do this arm. Maybe not. I don't like how I'm doing it all today. Having in one of those days. Having a day where things just are not the way I want them to be. It's a Friday. On Fridays, I'm in love. You guys know how it goes. Speaking of Fridays being in love, did you know that The Cure put out a new album recently? That is a legitimately true thing that happened. It's very terrifying to me that The Cure are still putting out albums. Not really terrifying so much as interesting, weird. The way my friend Chris put it was basically they must run out of cash. Nobody thought they were going to live this long when they retired, so. And then we'll do the same thing on the hair. So this was the other question I have. If anyone knows anyone British in the British legal system, or just happens to know the history of British legal wigs, are they trying actively to look like sheep? Or is just the carpet they had handy to use for wigs? I don't understand how the wigs got into the whole situation. This is my cross to bear, I guess. I'm never going to understand how the wigs got involved. And quite frankly, I don't need to, but I want to. I feel like the world would be better off if I specifically knew how the wigs came to be. I know slightly more about the Canadian legal system than I do the British legal system, in that Boston Legal went to Canada and did some Canadian law talking. Well, the cure to running out of cash is to put out another album. Oh, that's highly accurate and also kind of funny. Yeah, all of my knowledge of the British legal system came from watching commercials for the British version of Law and Order, because a former Doctor Who companion was on them, and so streaming services kept advertising it to me, but I've never actually watched it. And I have actually watched the episode of Boston Legal where they go to Canada and plead in front of the Canadian court. So, you know, that's all of my knowledge of everything comes from television. I don't make any attempts to actually know things anymore. I used to try to know things, but then I got old. So this is the last alien in the sticker pack, and next week is the last full week of October. So I think rather than doing another sticker pack next week in the traditional sense, next week will be a good week for us to look at November and the theme for what will be the monthly stickers really in November. Because at that point, I will no longer have a reason to go to the market and give away stickers every Saturday because the market will be closed. So we will be doing, I think, 5 stickers in November for the Patreon. I can look real fast. Come on, calendar, open up. We'll do a November sticker and one for every Saturday in November. That's just the way that the stickers work. So, the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. Ooh! We will be doing 6 stickers in November. There are 5 Saturdays in November. Plus a monthly sticker. So, next week on the live stream, I will be brainstorming those and doing the art. So that's something to look forward to. That'll be fun. That'll be a good time. I do not really have anything in mind as of yet at all, other than November is the month of Thanksgiving here in the United States, and so it is a month of gratitude and thankfulness. For a lot of us, we do things like we do some gratitude challenge work in November. to remind ourselves how good we have it, even if we don't realize it most of the time. I've decided I do not like this orange on this barista robe, so I am going to go with like a dark gray just to bring it back more in line with what it's supposed to be. November also has 3 paydays for some of us. Some of us don't have paydays. Some of us get paid when we sell art. But yeah, if it has 3 Saturdays, for some people it'll have 3 paydays. I don't think when I was working, my paydays were on Wednesday. So it would not have had 3 paydays for me. They weren't every Wednesday, they were just every other Wednesday. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do what I always do just to be safe. And give this a nice solid black background layer. But I think that might be our last alien, incognito alien. Do we want to add, I don't know, maybe some details? I've got a little bit of time. This was the only thing on the list that needed to be drawn today. So everything else is just free time to draw whatever anybody wants me to draw, really. So what if we give him some little spots? Lots of octopi have spots. My Corp Cthulhu has spots. He's my favorite, he is one of my top 2 most successful illustrations. So anyway, yeah, Thanksgiving is kind of up in the air. Whatever anybody kind of wants to do, I'm going to be completely open for brainstorming. Very possibly could do, I mean, like, it's real easy to get into some things like we could do turkeys. You know, there could be turkeys for Thanksgiving. Oh, something like that. I don't know. I'm completely open. Whatever anybody thinks. So that's up in the air. November is completely open, and it doesn't have to have anything to do with Thanksgiving either. If people are like, no, what we would really love to see is dinosaurs fighting, I don't know, giant insects. Maybe that's what I draw. Whatever, it's completely open. But we have a cephalopod lawyer. We have a cyborg road crew member. We have alien gray barista. We have Reptoid firefighter. And in case you missed it, yes, I did redraw the Reptoid firefighter Wednesday. I was not happy with the one I did last Friday, so I went ahead and redid it with a new art. And the final piece of the puzzle is this I froze up. I heard that dog. So the reason they are barking, I'm pretty sure, is that my neighbor is out working in his flower garden. And being outside and not actively loving on the dogs is a hate crime in dog world. So that's what's going on with them. And then there's our energy being cheerleader. Come here, Josie. Come here, Josie. Come here, Josie. What are you eating? You've been eating grass. Come here. Come up 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 here, puppy. Yeah. Can you see her? Can you see this pretty puppy? Can you see this face? Look up there. Look up there. Say, puppy. Okay. You can go away again. Like, I want to go away again. Give me a treat. She's saying, give me a treat. And also, she is covered in grass. So I'm pretty sure she has been eating grass again. Well, you can... Why don't you go stand by the desk? Go stand by the chest. Go stand by the chest. Oh, no. Can you come up? Come up here? Come up here? Come up here? She is not going to cooperate. I can move the camera. Josie. Josie Posey. You're the good dog. Yes, you are a good dog. You are a good dog. Yes, you are. She is the sweetest, most lovable puppy with an IQ of a rock. We tell people... Oh, yeah. Well, if she comes back, I'll switch over to the actual webcam view so you can see the whole thing. We tell people that she traded all of her brains in for heart. She has all the love in the world. She's the most lovable dog, but she dumb. Okay, so 45 minutes in, we have drawn all of the aliens we were going to draw. What do we draw now? What do people want to see? The sweetest. Yeah, she is the sweetest rock. She is. Oh, here she comes back. Okay. Say hi, Josie. Say hi, puppy. Come here, puppy. Come here. Oh, look at that puppy. Look at that face. You don't like being on camera, do you? You're the opposite of George. George loves being on camera. There we go. That's Josie Posey. She's the puppy. Josie is almost 7 months old. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're a good doggy. And now you've got sticks in your fur. So here is the thing about Josie is that she is also a vacuum cleaner. We don't know how she does it, but she just sucks all the dirt from the entire neighborhood into her fur at all times. It's crazy talk. It's weird. Okay, so what else are we gonna draw tonight? They're both doodles. Yeah, so she is first generation golden doodle. So she has one parent that is a golden retriever and one parent that is a poodle, and she is full size. And then the other one is Chunderbutt is like third generation golden doodle. His grandparents were golden doodles, and he is actually a miniature golden doodle. He is about half her size, although he is 4 years old and she is almost 7 months old. Okay, so here's some previews of some things coming up in my live stream or from earlier this week on my Instagram. If you are interested in any of that. But I am totally down to draw anything anybody wants me to draw. If anybody has any suggestions or ideas that they want to see, I'd be happy to work on them. Otherwise, I might just draw some candy corn goblins. Like a little army of candy corn goblins. Excuse me. I was just looking at my Stinktober prompt list for what is coming up, and I have tomorrow's image already done, but Sunday's prompt is Halloweeny. Um, you know, I guess I could come back here. There are still technically 2 jobs on the monster costume list and a couple of lawyer of alien types left. I know I can take you off of the list. Listen to your heart when nothing else will do. I don't know all the lyrics. I would know the lyrics if the music was playing, but then I would get a copyright strike or something. Okay, so let's go. Do one little candy corn goblin. 2 little candy corn goblin. 3 little candy corn goblin. Little army of them. Little arm coming off like this. Little spear. Little legs. Little feet. This one have a short sword. Little shield. No, maybe a bow and arrow. Something like that. You still knew the song. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. It's part of my superpower. I know everything there is to know until it becomes useful knowledge. So, like, if I'm just hanging out and you're like, hey, who's that one guy? I could probably tell you. But if you're like, hey, who's that one guy for $1 million in this trivia contest? No clue at all. So, I don't like this. I think I'm going to do these guys one at a time. So we'll do little candy corn goblin with a spear first. I'm just kind of drawing in some shape here so I know the shape of my guy. My little dude. Little dude. So, little foot like that. So I think I want to do something a little more like leaning back. Like that. And maybe this foot out like this. And have that hand here. Coming back like this. Spear. I too am well versed in random useless facts or details. That's what makes the world go round, right? Like that's a nerd superpower. I watch so I am a big fan of the College Humor replacement system, like Dropout, the streaming service created by former College Humor people. I love it. I'm a huge fan, and I love Actually, which is a game show where the point of the game is that the host will read a fact about pop culture or trivia that will have something wrong in the fact, and you have to buzz in and say, actually, and then give the answer or correct the statement. And if you do not say, actually, you do not get the points. It's like Jeopardy. It has to be answered the form of a question. I love the show, and I almost always know the answers when I'm watching the show. But I am certain that if I ever actually got a chance to be on it, I would bomb miserably. Because, again, once something is useful information, I no longer have the ability to access it. So that's a good pose for a candy corn goblin guy. I like that. That looks good. I like it quite a bit. I'm gonna center him again. I like to have things centered in case I need to use symmetry tools. I actually could do. I learned that recently that if you turn the sizing up as high as it will give you a nice little border and your center lines. That's a new trick I just recently learned about Adobe Fresco. So with a little black here, grab our flat, and we'll start with the hand. I'm just going to go like this. And pull the spear down. It's like, why would you think that the candy corn goblin would have a candy spear? Being put on the spot, especially in front of others, I lose any ability to answer even basic questions. I know how you feel. It's not so much like pressure for me. It's literally like I have some sort of connection to the Akashic records or something. And if I try to benefit directly from that connection, karmically I'm being punished or something like that. It's a weird thing. Although I have still been able to do pretty well at some trivia nights with some really weird, obscure pieces of information that people were like, how did you know that? And honestly, sometimes I don't know how I know these things. The one that I've always held as the feather in my hat of trivia night was I was the only person in the entire bar that knew the phrase, the punctuation mark even, the interrobang. And if you are not a giant nerd like me, the interrobang is that little piece of punctuation that looks a little something like this. It's like exclamation mark and a question mark sharing a little dot. And one of the reasons I'm particularly proud of knowing that is because our trivia team never was able to beat the librarians. The trivia team that came from, like, literally the bar we would go to trivia at was across the street from a library. And the librarian staff always dominated trivia. I guess it was just all that time they had to spend sitting around reading books. You did know that. None of them knew it. So I was very proud of that, because I was like, if there was one thing I would think that the librarian staff would know, it would be punctuation. But they didn't. And I did. Mwahaha. So it felt good, man. They still beat us for the entire night, though. I'm not gonna lie there. They tore us a new one in a lot of other categories. The other thing that I did a pretty good job of always knowing the answers to at trivia night was questions about 90s hip hop. I don't know where I learned so much information about 90s hip hop, but it's in the brain. It's in there, and it's in there good. And I was like, I didn't listen to a lot of 90s hip hop. I listened to Coolio because I was a boy in the 90s. And that was what we did. But like, I wasn't a hardcore hip hop fan. But somehow my brain kept that information. I want this to be a little straighter through here, like that. That's better. So you could have also won that one round of trivia night, I guess is what I'm saying. The thing that I forgot that makes me the most ashamed that I forgot, and I will probably never forget it again, was the question, what do the three letters TED stand for in a TED Talk? And I could not remember education. If anybody is not familiar with TED Talks or just has never really thought about the fact that TED is not just a name, but an acronym, it stands for Technology, Education, Design. And in my head, I was like, all I could think was technology, entertainment, design. And that is not the case. But I will probably never forget that again after forgetting that was my very first time at trivia night. I blew it big. And I'm a person who is fairly well known, or at the time especially, was fairly well known for listening to TED Talks a lot. Okay. There's the line art for this little dude. I think I'm going to add some like this. If anyone is curious as to why I want to draw candy corn goblins, it is because candy corn goblins appear in my adventure module in the Shadow of the Smorlock, and I will need them. I will need them when I go to make the module. I'll need the tokens. 3 of them should do because I haven't actually statted them out yet, but 3 is probably gonna be the number. Actually, you know what? This would be easier to do it this way. Okay, we're gonna set you as a reference. There will probably be 3 of them in the module. We'll start with orange. All right, like that. Right? Yeah. And then we'll come in here and we'll do some yellow. Yeah, like that. And then cream color. This could definitely go down like that. We don't need that anymore. Get out of here, sketch. I think it'll be a lot of fun once I have this module written. I actually think I'm going to have some more free time come November. My brain just went bzzz. I know some of you know how it feels when you think you're thinking, when you think you're processing information, but all of a sudden your brain just goes and then nothing. That's what just happened to me just now. Okay, so I think I could cheat and do legs are definitely orange. And because the hands come out of the yellow section, they should probably be yellow. And then little spear wood, make it a little brown. Then this little rope can be brown. And this stone can be gray. That is a good looking candy corn goblin right there. I'm pretty happy with that. And we'll go ahead, invert selection, and solid black. Because of the way I sketched this, it actually does a really good job, I think, of kind of highlighting where the shading should go. So I'm just going to cheat and use that. Not really cheat so much as just use it. So something like this. Buffet. Yeah, that was a Wobbuffet, as in the Pokemon. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain went there. It just did. Sometimes I don't have control over these things. Especially if I'm in a mood already. Okay, let's see. We want this to be 80%. Like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that leg also in shadow. And multiply. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll come in here. I'm just going to grab the brush and do some shadow around these eyes so they're little sunken goblin eyes. I just realized this was not intentional, but I gave this candy corn dude the same nose that I gave the corn stalker. So that's a interesting coincidence. That was not an intentional thing, but if anyone asks, we're going to pretend like it was. Just be like, yeah, did that on purpose. Very clever. That's our little secret on the stream here. Now I think I can go ahead and get rid of you. And we'll just come in here and just do a little bit more detailing work. A little shading on these hands. Really bring home that it's an arm, a hand there. Okay, and I think maybe a little on the nose, a little underneath the nose. That looks pretty good. That's number one. We did one candy corn goblin. Release this reference. Candy corn goblin number one, done. And he'll come over here and be like there. Like I said, I want to do 3 of them, so let's go ahead and do a second one real fast. Unless anybody has anything else they want me to draw. If anybody has anything else they want me to draw, I'll draw it. But if not, I'll just keep drawing candy corn goblins. So this one, I think I'm going to do... I don't know. Let's see. I kind of want his head to be bent. That's kind of a thing I want. It's just, I don't know why in my brain it's there. So this would be kind of the shape. Like that. Something like there. And then a little line there, show the face. That would come back across like that. And then I'm going to give this one a sword. And Means the arm would come back to like here, down and up. Little shield. Little foot coming down this way. Like that. All right. I'm a candy corn goblin. Blah, blah. Josie's back. Hi, Josie. Are you coming to tell me that George is out there being a bad boy because he is barking at the neighbors again? Is that why you keep running in here? Are you a tattletale? No, I know why you're giving me a hard time tonight. I just realized that these puppos are used to getting a doggy treat around 5 o'clock, and it is a quarter after. You're going to have to wait 15, 20 more minutes. You're just going to have to wait till 5:30. You can survive. You had lots of food today. That's what's going on. That's why she keeps coming in here. She is very treat motivated. She likes her treats. And I don't blame her, because so do I. I like my treats. But she'll be fine waiting another 15 minutes for this stream to end. And I think this one's going to have a nose more like this. Why? I don't know. Just because. I just think it should. And then we'll come in here, do some eyes like so. Grumble, 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 I'm a goblin. Grumble, 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 grumble. That's a fun shape, especially we put it next to the other one. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like these shapes. I like these little dudes. I think this will be fun. This will be a fun thing to have drawn. Okay, so also, just while I'm live, check these out. Boop. Do. I have currently cut and sitting on my desk 150 Neurospicy Frankenstein's creatures. There's 50. There's another 50. And there's the last 50. I will have 150 of them with me tomorrow at the C Street Market in Springfield, Missouri. First come, first serve while they last. Get them while they're hot. Or if you would like to 100% definitely get your hands on one without having to worry about competing with the traffic of the market, patreon.com/TacoVikingStudios. Patrons are guaranteed access to the weekly sticker. And if you decide to join the print tier, you can get the monthly art print. In addition to the weekly sticker I do every week at the market, patrons also get a monthly sticker, a bonus sticker to fit with the theme. So that's available if you have missed out on any of the previous October sticker designs. We had Anxiety Scarecrow the first Saturday of October. And last week I had the ADHD Gremlin. Those have all been given away, so the only way to get those now is to join the Patreon. But you can still get Neurospicy Frankie if you come out to the market tomorrow. There are only a couple of Saturdays left for the market. So next Saturday will be the Bipolar Werewolf, and that will be the last market sticker for 2024. From there, the only way to get the weekly sticker, the exclusive weekly sticker, is to join the Patreon. They are not available in my store. I do not sell them. I do not ever make them again after the month. I will admit, if I run out and don't have enough for my patrons, I will print more for the patrons. But the only way to guarantee that you're going to get them is to join the Patreon. Or be my dad. My dad gets literally one of every sticker I make. And he is not a member of the Patreon. He's just my dad. I consider it my rent. And that's what I said. So, and then that again, next week, during the stream, we'll brainstorm the November theme and start working on the November pack. And the good thing about November is going to be that because there is no market, there is no need for me to worry about the market stickers making sense to people who are not Patreon members. So the November sticker pack can actually be a little bit weirder because we don't have to worry about here. So after the last couple of months of really, I guess I wasn't too terribly worried about it anyway, because if I'm being honest, let's face it, library run amok wasn't exactly low concept, and this month's sticker pack isn't exactly low concept, but there's absolutely no reason to worry about it at all come November. It is 100% just patrons getting them, and so no longer have to think about, will anyone else like this? We can just do whatever we want. And by we, I mean you guys, because I do whatever I want all the time. If I want to design a sticker, I design a sticker. It's the great thing about being a professional sticker designer. And then as we get into November, we'll probably get back to doing more Christmas stuff. I've actually really enjoyed doing the dogs and cats in costumes. So we might revisit the wheel of pet breeds and do a series of dogs and cats in Santa outfits or elf outfits or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as we come across the board what we're doing. Okay, so I think this is pretty good line art here for this guy. Let's go ahead and color him in. And then once I finish this guy for the night, we'll call it a night. We'll call it a week. This is it is Friday, so this is the last stream of the week, definitely across the board. Obviously, the pepperonis outside really are looking forward to me getting off the stream so they can get their beef snake snacky cakes. Although they've suddenly gotten quiet, and that worries me. There's only a handful of things more worrisome than suddenly quiet puppies. Suddenly quiet children is definitely on that list also. But But we'll see. We'll see what's going on with them out there. Oh, I just heard, you know what? I just heard little wolf Josie bark. So they're at least still in the yard. Did I make his eyes orange? I did. That was clever of me. Recycle those colors. Do. A little gray on the sword. We'll do the darker gray on the hilt. And the same for the shield. We'll just do a gray shield. Ooh. And of course, orange legs. Let's do the shading. And then it'll be a night. It'll be a week. I do apologize for anyone who was sad that I didn't stream on Monday. I had friends come into town. If anyone is familiar with the stream, you might have seen Yeti Detective popping in and out on occasion. That is my best friend, and he lives in New York. And he flew into town this weekend to hang out with myself and our other best friend, who has been in the stream a couple of times. And he stayed with me until Tuesday. So he was in here, and I felt like, hey, I should hang out with him while he's here rather than doing a live stream. And then also, because he was here, I didn't get to work on my video at all. So that's why there was no video this week either. And now I'm getting punished by the YouTube algorithm for it. But you know what? It was worth it. I needed the break. I've been working through 7 days a week, basically, since the start of the year. And needed a little bit of a vacation myself. So no regrets, no worries. You gotta take care of yourself, people. Gotta remember self-care. Take your breaks. I don't actually believe in hustle culture. I just really like what I do, so I don't think about how much work I put in doing it most of the time. But we had a good time. I watched hundreds of beavers this weekend with them, and I don't know if it's the funniest movie ever made or if I was just the exact right level of stoned for it. I was a little stoned, I'll admit that. It's legal in Missouri. Come at me, government. I don't get stoned very often, so it was kind of weird. We had a good time though. It was a hilarious movie. If you haven't checked it out, it's on YouTube. Okay, I think I'm calling this guy Dunzo. I think this is a cool looking little second dude. I think he's going to be a good member of the warband. Hi, GE1. How's it going? You're catching me pretty close to the end of my stream. So I hope that's okay. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I mean, it's okay for me. I'm not complaining. Just letting you know. In fact, as soon as I finish this guy, I'm probably going to go ahead and call it a stream for the night, for the week. But there we go. We got two candy corn goblins done. One with a spear, one with a sword and shield. So now I just need to draw one with a bow, and I'll have all three of my candy corn goblin tokens for when I do the adventure set. I'm going to jump back into this. I am, but there's a big question. Are you weak good? Am I weak good? Oh no. I'm not particularly strong good. Yeah, my week has been great. I've had a good week. I had some friends in town. We hung out. It was a good time. No complaints at all. I enjoyed quite a bit. Was very productive. Had a good time. Had a good week. Enjoyed the beautiful weather. Fall has finally hit. Autumn has finally hit here in the Ozarks, and I love the autumn. I love the fall. I love cool weather. I got to wear my sweater with its hood. I got to wear my hoodie sweater. I wore this to the market last night, and people were like, "This is awesome. Where'd you get this?" This was handmade for me. And I was like, 18 years ago, I realized I've had this sweater for almost 20 years. It's the only piece of clothing I have had that I have kept with me at all times. It has crisscrossed the country with me. I love it so much. It's like my blankie as a sweater. It's great. It also has a belly pocket. Bloop, bloop. It's wonderful. Okay, so let's recap our Incognito Invaders sticker pack. We've got the classic gray barista alien. He's looking pretty good in his little job here. We've got a Reptoid firefighter. Got a little hose, and yes, I did redraw the art from the original. This is, in case he was wondering, this is the original. I didn't like it. This one's much better. It just is. And then Wednesday night. While we were here on Wednesday night, I did this this cybernetic augmented humanoid alien road worker. Borg is trademarked. And then after we did that, we knocked out this energy being cheerleader that was very heavily inspired by the Lumpy Space Princess, if I'm being completely honest. And finally, we started out tonight with one last alien in the sticker pack. This cephalopod lawyer, little British barrister, alien squid dude. And I think it turned out great. I think this is good. This is a good little sticker pack. I think it's going to be a lot of fun putting it together. I might try to get them print and cut it tonight, although I doubt I'll be able to. I never did the monsters last week either. I'll try to catch up next stream. I gotta go now. Always stay cool and remember me as the cheese god. All right, I will remember you as the cheese god. I hope you can come back and see me on Monday night. I'm actually getting out of here myself. It is 5:30. Those dogs are still waiting for a beef stick. It is time for me to go take care of them. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for chat. Thank you for supporting me as I doodle some doodly doodle dudes. I have been Matt Brotherton. I am the illustrator at Taco Viking Studios. I have had a wonderful time drawing some doodles for you. I hope that you will join me again in the future, Monday night at 4, when we start brainstorming the November theme for Patreon. Have a wonderful weekend. If you are in the Springfield, Missouri area and you would like to come and get your hands on a Neurospicy Frankie sticker, I will be on Commercial Street at the C Street City Market from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, October 19th, 2024. I will have 150 of them, first come and first serve. Come get one. Come visit us. Come say hi. Come see some art. Come buy some produce or a dog collar or some jewelry or some soap or a lot of baked goods or 3D printed toys or plants or a bunch of other stuff that's out there. There's a lot of really awesome people at the city market. Come and say hi. If you can't make it to the market, you can join the Patreon, patreon.com/Taco Viking Studios to join the sticker club to get the stickers mailed right to you. But thank you for hanging out. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. And if you love my art and you want to support me and you don't have any money or any way to get to see me to come pick up a sticker, go ahead and share this video with someone and force them to watch the entire thing. And then they can also, as always, remember to stay weird. Have a wonderful